When someone brings up paintball, one of the first names to pop up is often Tippmann, arguably right after Angel. Tippmann's been making some of the most trusted and reliable markers since the beginning of time. No matter how much you use and abuse your Tippmann, you know if you gas it up, it's gonna work, and you're gonna shoot paintballs at the bad guys. Here we have the FT-12, one of Tippmann's newest guns in their lineup. The FT-12 definitely breaks the mold from what their normal guns look like. With its internal gas line, it definitely makes it look like something from James Bond film that every single henchman is holding. And by the way, why are they always Uzis? It's designed to be easy to use, designed to be disassembled in 60 seconds or less, depending on your experience. This means less downtime and more playing time for you. It has a removable trigger assembly, has an A5 style cocking handle, so you can cock it every time before you're about to start shooting at the good guy. Of course, comfortable blade trigger, an 8.5-inch barrel with a suppressor looking thingy on the tip, a built-in sight, but who are we kidding, you're not going to use that because you're too busy holding the gun down by your waist, because, I mean, it's an Uzi, come on. And a recessed safety, which makes it even easier for first-time players to know when their gun is basically on or off. Remember kids, red, you're dead. All in all, the FT-12 is very easy for first-timers to approach and for more experienced guys to have fun with.
Now, even though it's just an FT-12, we wanted to show off and do some extra tests we've never done before. So, we really racked our brains in the office. Some ideas a little extreme, some ideas, obviously better than others. But with the move to New Hustle recently, we were reminded of something that we completely forgot about. This. Well, not the actual freezer, but what's inside the freezer. Now, before the big reveal, real quick, in the reloads, I like to put little tidbits or hints or Easter eggs thrown in there to kind of give you a forthcoming of what's happening at Hustle Paintball. Now, way back in August of last year, reload 33, I believe, right around this mark, right there, yep. You guessed it, guys, that is an FT-12 frozen in a block of ice. And what we have in here, you guessed it, the exact same FT-12 in the exact same block of ice. 9 months of it frozen in its refrigerator or freezer A tomb next to our taquitos and vodka, or we call it Chris's weekend. Now, originally we were going to freeze this thing and thaw it or melt it the next day, gas it up, and it was probably going to work. But again, over 9 months, when water freezes and ice expands, or the tolerances and maybe the O-rings and maybe a few parts might be a little bad or a little wonky. So we do need to get this thing out of the ice to actually find out if that's true. And who knows, I might need to replace a few parts, but regardless, this thing is still tough as nails, and we're gonna pretty much prove that. And what a better way to do that than this. Here we go! That was so much better than I thought it was going to be. Oh, that was great. Okay, so obviously still a little frozen. I'm sure the internals are still completely frozen, so we do need to jamble it up a little bit, or something I can use to poke it with. I think this will work, I guess. So, all right, I think that worked out very well. I think we need one more thing to do. Hey, can you toss me that? Perfect. All right. Go ahead and wrap her around here. Tighten it up. I think that's pretty secure. All right, Ethan, hit it.
Oh, man!
that's some amount of punishment. Let's take it inside and give it a quick, few minutes to thaw out to make sure all of the ice is gone. And let's gas it up. It's been a little while now, so I'm pretty sure the internals are fully thawed through. So the main event here, the big show, let's gas this thing up here. Screw it in and look at that. Holds air. It cocks. Downside, there's no trigger. Now we're thinking the trigger probably fell off when we were dragging it around, or maybe when it fell off, but some of the guys had a good point. It's very possible before this whole thing even started, when we froze it 9 months ago, some water got in between the trigger and like the composite, and just simply it froze it, expanded, snapped. So this whole thing was broken, or I should say the trigger was broken before it even really all started. But that's okay, because with the FT-12, and simply unlock this, unscrew the barrel, and the FT in FT-12 stands for flip top, which I'm pretty sure you guys can assume what that means right now. There's a little button here right in the very front of the gun. I'm gonna press that, unscrew this knob, and then just like that. Now, this thing is still gassed up because I don't have a trigger to get or to degas it and shoot that one shot, so it might. There we go. Other than that, just like that, guys, flips in 2 pieces, flip top, and there's everything inside the FT-12. Looks very familiar because that's a 98 Custom. It's everything inside a 98 Custom. The power tube is slightly modded to fit this design. But other than that, it's the same gun. So we do need to replace this trigger. So we'll take out the armage pin, the bolt, power tube, the valve. Put that there. The cool thing about the trigger is it's an entire assembly. So we got a fresh one right here. You can see, look exactly the same, just one has a trigger. Simply drop this thing right in, just like that. I mean, boom, easy as that. And then go in the reverse order, guys. You want to grab your bolt. I'm sorry, your hammer here. Put that in here. We'll grab the power tube with the bolt, the valve, and all that good stuff. It really makes the gun work. Drop that in. Get your linkage arm. And all you guys that have Tippmans, you've all seen this a million times, and it's the same exact thing with this gun. So you guys are all familiar with this already, and that's very cool. Oh, I did forget the bumper O-ring. Don't forget that. I forget it every time. Cool. Grab the top of the FT-12. Let's close her up. Is everything set? What am I forgetting here? Cool. Cool. Lock it back. You do need to have it locked, or else this thing will just explode open every time. We'll put the barrel in just for prosperity. Lock this thing down. Cool. Cock it here once again. Now it did hold air, so we can assume it'll cycle now. Look at that, guys. Fantastic. After 9 months of being frozen, there we go. 9 months of being frozen, dropped off a high lift, dragged around a parking lot. I had to replace a trigger frame or a trigger assembly just because we snapped that off. If that's the worst thing that happens, I mean, that's awesome. That's an easy part to buy, easy part to replace. I thought it was gonna be an O-ring or two, and that would have been just as easy. You guys saw how easy it is to open it up. Field owners, you guys will love these guns. I mean, you already do. You guys have been using them for a while now. This thing's great. If for whatever reason you have to get inside the grips, get a flathead screwdriver, simply just peel them right off. You don't need to get in here for any reason. It's just the gas through in here. But again, for whatever reason, there you go. They just snap right back on. Even the detent is easy to get to. Take off the barrel, take off this front little guard, and slide the foregrip right off, and the detent falls down, and you can replace that. This gun is so easy to work with. If you want a gun with crazy reliability, want the Tippmann name, but don't want the 98 Custom look and want a different look, an Uzi style, this is the gun to go for. It's just a really cool thing Tippmann did to change up the pace, and just another option out there. I say it in all my videos. I love options. We all love options in paintball, and here's another one for you. So, I mean, there it is, guys. Tough ass gun, tough as nails, just 2 thumbs up, very happy. So of course you can get the FT-12 at hustlepaintball.com. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us on peopleright.com. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this video or future videos or even past videos, shoot us an email at videos@hustlepaintball.com. Other than that, guys, have a good one and go throw some guns. No, don't do that. You are. Say, Chris. Toss me again.